Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this starts the very first in-car microphone test. We're starting off with an AKG P420. This is probably about a foot away from my mouth, I'd say. A little less than a foot, maybe. So let's go ahead and test the proximity effect. Bringing it up to about 6 inches away. I'm going to move it a little bit closer until it's right up on my mouth. This is just right up against it. Hello, everyone. Okay. Now we're moving further away, further away, further away until it's just as far as my arm can reach now. This is the farthest away that the microphone can be from me. It's pointed directly at my mouth. Let's bring it a little bit closer to a more comfortable, about 1 foot from my mouth. That is the proximity effect. Let's go ahead and test the off-axis rejection. I'm going to rotate the microphone until I am at about 90 degrees off-axis. This is 90 degrees off-axis. Let's rotate it to 100 degrees off-axis. This is 100 degrees. To the next 90-degree angle. Here we are, 90 degrees. And all the way back around to the front. Hello. Handling noise. Let's see what the handling noise is like. This is me tossing it back and forth. This is me animating as if I might be singing. Just going up and down, shaking around. Yep, that's it. Okay. Plosives. P. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Yep, because it's probably not good to sing directly into it. Let's try some different angles. So this is right on my voice. Let's move it to the right a little bit. Now I'm speaking into the microphone from the right, and it is pointed at my mouth still, but from the right angle. Let's move it to the left angle. This is pointed at my mouth still, but from the left angle. And now if I were in a singing situation, though, I'd be moving around and hopefully moving the microphone to match my voice, but that kind of sucks, and that's probably not a good idea, to be honest. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. This is right back on, and, I guess I could try at more extreme angles. This is extremely to the right, but still pointed at my mouth. Let's go ahead and bring it around a little bit, coming back to right on my mouth. Actually, this is just a little bit to the right, pointed at my mouth. This probably would be better for plosives, since I'm not speaking directly into the microphone. Now we'll bring it all the way back to the front. This is just barely off to the left. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Now off extremely to the left. Still pointed at my mouth, but very off to the left, coming back around. Now here we are. Okay, back to the front. That's it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the first ever microphone test in a car, and this is with the Rode M5 small diaphragm condenser mic. Starting it off about a little less than a foot away from my mouth. This is what it sounds like. Okay. So let's start off testing the proximity effect. I'm going to bring it closer, closer, closer until it's just getting right up against my mouth here. It's like touching my lips almost. I'm going to talk a little quieter because it's clipping. But let's go ahead and bring it away, bring it away. This is about 6 inches. No, probably less than 6 inches right here. But it's still pretty damn close, and until we are back at our normal foot away or so. Okay, let's go ahead and all the way, my arm is stretched out all the way. I'm talking louder so that hopefully it'll volume match a little bit. Excuse me there. And, okay, let's bring it a little bit closer, 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 back to our natural position here. I can imagine the plosives seem to be not too good. So, we got please bring pizza pronto. Yeah, I can see that clipping there. So let's test the off-axis rejection, though, next. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around 90 degrees, turning. This is the microphone at 90 degrees to my mouth. Let's go ahead and turn it around to 180 degrees. Here we are, 180 degrees to my mouth. And we're going to flip it to the next 90-degree angle. This is 90 degrees on the other side. I'm going to rotate it all the way back around until we're back at the front. Here we are. And I'm sure that sounded lovely. Handling noise. Here's me tossing the microphone from hand to hand. We can even do this with the microphone cord. Here's me, moving around as if I'm singing. Because, when I'm singing, I'm going to be moving a little bit. And, okay, there's that. Now let's test some different angles. So this is right in front of my mouth, directly pointed at it. Let's go ahead and rotate it around a little bit. This is rotating around my mouth, still pointed at it, but rotating to the right. This is a very extreme angle to the right. Now let's go ahead and rotate it back around to the front. Here we are back at the front, rotating to the left. And until we get to an extreme angle to the left, I'm talking with it. I mean, it's almost 90 degrees to the left from my head. And a more realistic angle. It's still off to the left a little bit, but pointed at my mouth. I can't even think of some S words. Let's 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 think of some S words. This is off to the right a little bit, at a more comfortable holding position. I just saw a pop there, so maybe it's not the best for me to actually hold the cable. Maybe I should hold the microphone here and not fuck with the cable. So here is at a right angle. Now we're back directly at my mouth. I guess I could try it down below, which I didn't do with the P420, which is too bad. But here's down below, pointed up at my mouth, so that I'm not plosiving into the microphone. Please bring pizza pronto. But still, hopefully, yep, that's something. What if I hold it upwards? But this is very uncomfortable. I would not sing like this ever. So we're back down, and that ends the test for this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the my first ever car microphone test. Well, maybe it's not the first. Hell, I don't know. I haven't looked around the internet too much. Anyways, we are with the Audio Technica AT4040. It is about a foot away from my mouth, and I'm going to go ahead and start the proximity effect test. So let's bring it closer, 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 closer to my mouth. Closer, here it comes. Yep, coming right up against my lips. Now it's just right up against my lips. Hello, everyone. Let's back it away about 2 inches, and, it's maybe a little more than 2 inches. I mean, I don't have a ruler on me. Backing away until 6 inches, something like that, okay? And back to our natural angle. I mean distance, I keep saying angle, but it's the distance away from my mouth. And let's go ahead and bring it back to as far as my arm will reach. This is as far as I can hold the microphone away from my mouth. Okay, coming back to the natural distance. I understand that holding a microphone, especially a condenser, isn't the greatest idea, but let's go ahead and test the off-axis rejection. So I'm going to spin the microphone around to 90 degrees. Here it is, 90 degrees away from, pointed away. And spinning around to 180 degrees. This is 180 degrees off my mouth. Spinning around to the other 90-degree angle. Hello, everyone. Here it is. And going back around to the front. We're back to front of the microphone. Next, handling noise. Since I am going to be holding the microphone in the car, it's going to be kind of hard to have a stand on here. So this is me passing the microphone back and forth. I mean, this is violent, and this would never happen in an actual scenario, but there it is, and I'll just move it around, as if I were moving around naturally. I probably look like a freaking idiot, but, whatever. Who cares? Okay. Angles. This is right on, right in front of my mouth, facing my mouth. Let's go ahead and rotate it around to the right, rotating around to the right, rotating around to the right, still pointed at my mouth, but it is at a very odd angle to the right. Hello. This is off to the right. Yep. Got some people driving by. There's a guy on a bike. That's kind of fun, whatever. Okay. So this is now slightly to the right and pointed at my mouth still. This is a possible recording position right here. And that's fine. Bringing it back around to the front. This is not the ideal position without a pop filter, but whatever. It is what it is. Here we are. I'm rotating around to the left. This is just barely off to the left, still pointed at my mouth. Please bring pizza pronto, just to test the plosives for fun. and going around to an extreme left angle. I probably would not record with this angle, but who knows? I'm just curious. I'm just a curious man, folks, and we're back to around to the front. Okay, that's all we got to test for the AT4040. Okay, now we're going to do the same test with the AT4040, but inside an actual room, not that shitty little car. So I'm holding the mic just like I would with about a foot distance away from my face, and we're going to test the proximity. So let's go testing, closer, until it's right up on my mouth. Hey there, everyone. Yep, and we're going to pull it back a couple inches. Here we are. This is proximity effect at a couple inches. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the normal distance. Now, pushing it farther away, farther, until my arm is completely extended. This is testing the mic from far away. Let's bring it back up close to a natural distance. Okay, I don't have my notes with me. What's next? I guess we're going to test the off-axis rejection. Keep in mind I'm just sitting in the middle of my room, well, a little away from the middle, and my computer is behind me, so there might be a little more noise than normal. But anyways, twisting the microphone to 90 degrees, turning, and I'm on 90 degrees at the side. Here we are. Turning it a little bit more at 180 degrees. Now we're talking into the back of the microphone, going back around to the next 90 degree angle. Here we are at the side again, and flipping it back around to the front. Oh shit, what comes after this? I'm going to skip the handling test because there's no need for it since we already did it. So, time to test angles. So let's go ahead and rotate it around to the right a little bit. This is slightly off axis to the right of my mouth. Let's go a little bit more intensely to the right. Here is to the right. I'm hearing a weird noise there. Oh, I think that was a phone in the distance. Let's go a little farther to the right until it's practically at 180 degrees. I mean 90 degrees by my head. Excuse me. And now let's bring it back around to a slight angle on my face. Keep in mind it's a foot away from my face still when I'm rotating it around. Just, it's, at a different angle. Position relative to my head. Okay, back to the front here. I'm talking into the front of the microphone again. Let's bring it around to the left side. Here we are. It's at the left side. Testing. Now let's bring it over a little farther. I'm just going to go to the extreme now. This is at an extreme angle, coming back around at a slight angle, pointed at my mouth, still about a foot away from my face, and now back at the front. Okay, I guess I'll test putting it down below my face and pointing up. That did give me an interesting sound in the car. Maybe it'll be an interesting sound in the room too. Man, I'm thirsty. Okay, that's about it for the room test of the AT4040. Should be a good comparison to the car environment test. Goodbye. Okay, hello everyone. We're back with the Samson CS1. This is my ideal microphone that I'd record with, but let's find out if it actually sounds worth a shit. So, I am speaking directly into the microphone, and it is held a little less than a foot away from my mouth, just at a natural angle as I'm sitting here. Let's go ahead and test the proximity effect, and bringing it closer to my mouth, closer, until it is right up against my mouth, and it's clipping, and so I'm talking very quietly now. Let's bring it just a little bit farther away. This is about 2 inches away, and bringing it back. Hello, okay, we're back at a natural distance. I'm gonna bring it as far back as I can hold the microphone. Hello, this is pretty far back. I mean, I can probably hold it a foot and a half, maybe. That's just a guess. Who knows? Bringing it back to the natural distance. Hello, here we are again. Natural distance. Okay, let's test the off-axis rejection. Turning it around to 90 degrees. I'm speaking 90 degrees into the microphone. Turning it around again until we're 180 degrees here. Hello. Back to 90 degrees on the other side. Hello, this is 90 degrees on the other side, and spinning it back around until I'm at the front of the microphone. Hello, okay, let's test the handling noise. I'm passing it back and forth. Again, I do this way more violently than I would do in any scenario, unless I was just being an ass. So, That's that, and just kind of casually touching the microphone here, uh, massaging it perhaps. Use an awkward phrase. Um, okay, next let's test angles. This is right on my mouth. Let's go ahead and bring it slightly to the right. This is slightly to the right. This is very far to the right. This is extremely far to the right. Hello, it's very far off to the right. Let's go ahead and bring it back to a midpoint, and okay, now we're slightly off to the right, and back to the front right here. Hello. Okay, let's bring it off to the left a little bit. This is slightly off to the left, still pointed at my mouth. Here's a little farther off to the left, still pointed at my mouth. And this is very far off to the left, still pointed at my mouth. Hello, testing, bringing it back around. This is slightly off to the left, pointed at my mouth. This is the middle, pointed at my mouth. I know I've been very inconsistent, and I'm sorry, everyone. I did not plan this out very well, but hopefully it'll still work for informational purposes. I feel like I missed something because this has not... Oh yeah, I didn't try the underneath my head position on the last microphone. This is underneath. Let's go ahead and test this with a windscreen now, since we've got one of those. It comes with a windscreen. So here's with a windscreen. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. That was without a windscreen. With the windscreen again. Please bring pizza pronto. Okay, but does it affect the tone at all? That's the question. I don't know. Okay, we're back, and this is with the Samson CS2. Same Samson hand bass microphone part, but with a different capsule. Let's see if this is worth using at all on my voice. Okay, let's test the proximity effect. This is at the natural distance of about 1 foot. There's no way this is 1 foot. I got no idea. Let's bring it a little bit closer until it's right up on my mouth. Hello, folks. This is Gingham Jones. I am speaking to you right into the microphone. Okay, let's bring it back just a little bit. This is at about 2 inches. Okay, bringing it back farther until we're back at the natural distance. Now I'm going to stretch out my arm all the way until it's about 1.5 feet away. Hell, maybe this is a foot. I have no idea. But either way, it's as far as I can reach. Now let's bring the microphone a little bit closer until we're back at the natural distance. Okay, next is off-axis rejection. Let's spin it around 90 degrees. Here we are, 90 degrees to the... Well, I went the opposite direction this time as the other test, but it shouldn't matter. Here's 180 degrees now, 180 degrees. Okay, spinning back around to 90 degrees on the other side. And let's go back around to the front. We're at the front of the microphone again. Testing handling noise, tossing it back and forth. Yep, it's being tossed, and that probably sounds awful. Okay, here's me massaging the microphone. Yes, it's lovely. I bet it feels great. Microphone heaven. Okay, testing different angles. Let's go slightly off to the right. Hello, this is slightly off to the right, testing the S's and all that shit. And here's a little more off to the right. Hello, testing. Now going off very far to the right, still pointed at my mouth. Testing. Now let's go back around to slightly off to the right, because that's where I imagine it would be best if I wanted to go off axis a little bit. And now back to the front. Testing. I'm going to need to drink some water here in a little bit. But testing off to the left a little bit, just slightly off to the left so that it's not pointed directly at my mouth. Let's go a little farther off to the left. It's a little unnatural to hold it here, but I mean, maybe it would work. I don't know. After all, we got to do what sounds best. Here's very far off to the left just for comparison. I bet that sounds like shit. Okay, bringing it back around to the front. Hello. Testing. Oh, let me try bringing it down again, pointed up at my mouth. Hello, everyone. This is me still looking straight ahead, but the microphone is pointing up at me. That ends this... Oh, no, I need to test the windscreen on this. So this is without a windscreen pointed at my mouth. This is with the windscreen pointed at my mouth. Testing. Any difference in the tone? Who knows? Please bring pizza pronto. Ooh, yeah, that spiked a little bit. That was without the thing. Now back with the thing. Please bring pizza pronto. Thanks to whoever podcast YouTube channel I've been watching that used that phrase. That's a good one. Okay, that's the end. Well, I figure I might as well test out the Samson CS2 in the room as well, just for comparison, because I think I liked this more than the CS1 on listening back to it. So, this is just out in front of my face, a foot away, and let's go ahead and bring it in closer for the proximity effect. Testing, closer, closer, testing, hello, testing, closer, closer, and it's right up against my lips again. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? I'm sure. Sounds lovely. Let's back it up a little bit. Here we go, a couple inches, few inches away maybe, and going back to the normal position. Now I'm going to extend my arm out even further, and this is about as far as I can reach right there. Okay, let's bring it back in. Here we are. Short distance away, foot away, something like that. Talking into the microphone, what's next? Yes, let's test off axis. So I'm going to turn it around 90 degrees. Here we go, turning around. I am now talking into the side of the microphone. Now let's keep turning it around, and I'm talking into the back of the microphone now. Keep turning it around, and I'm once again talking into the side. And we'll turn it back around again until I'm at the front. Hello! Yeah, I guess I'll do the angles too, why not? So let's go ahead and bring it around to the right just a tad bit. Now I'm talking into, well, not into the microphone, but the microphone is pointed at me slightly to the right of my face. Now I'm gonna keep rotating it around my head until we're at an extreme angle. And I bet you can't hear much highs back there, but whatever. Coming back around and to the front of my voice, getting tired of doing this, and going around to the left again. This is just barely off to the side of my voice, and turning it, keeping it, wow. Still going around. This is pointed at the side of my head now. Coming back around, slight angle here, just ever so slightly off. And now we're back at the front. Put the microphone down and point it up at my mouth, and this is what it sounds like. It's a wonderful handheld microphone, well, wonderful, and how cheap it is. So, that's all I have to say about that. This is back at the normal position, out in front of my face, about a foot away. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm singing in the car. Let's make sure the door isn't open ajar. This is janky as hell. Oh, fuck it, oh well. Hello, everyone. I'm singing in the car. Let's make sure